Hello, AJ76 Ian here, and welcome to another round of the Tier F8 Championship on AOR. This is F1 2017 on the PlayStation 4, the Singapore Grand Prix round 14. It was a wet qualified to start with. We didn't manage to set a lap on the wets, went out on the dry ultras near the end. We're the slowest of the guys that went on the dries, but as others didn't get a chance to run on those, we were able to get 8th. So here we go then, David, Ben and Hoik are on the front row, championship contenders, Washing McQuiz on the second row. And we get a fairly decent start actually. In the dry conditions, we're going to go up the inside of Booth National, and unlike what we normally do, we're a bit ambitious and we smash into McQuiz. We get wing damage. That was very ambitious for us, and we apologise to McQuiz afterwards because that could have ruined his race and potentially his championship. So we've got nothing more than we deserve, which is right down in 16th place. So, a good healthy grid here, the biggest one we've had all season. 17 drivers taking part, a couple of new guys that we might talk about later in the stream, but at the moment we're just trying to recover from that bad start. And we can see Caddy Damon's head in the Williams and Ghost Hunter just ahead of him, and there's an almighty scrap. And oh dear, Lamaro, one of the new drivers of the Sauber, gets spun around. And this is the bad thing about being here in the pack, as Daniel UK gets very close to us, maybe just slightly tapped us there as we go down to Singapore Sling. 3 drivers battling for position ahead. This could end in tears. Kenny Damus gets into trouble. We managed to go up the inside of him here. We cut the corner and we get a warning for that. And then coming into this bridge here, we just mind our own business, and Kenny Damus basically slides into us, pushes into the wall. In fairness to him, he did apologise straight away afterwards and said that he was hit from behind. You could see it was Danny UK who was immediately behind him. Danny UK claims that he didn't actually hit Caddy Damus, so we're not quite sure what happened, but anyway, everyone apologised. That's racing. It did screw our race at the time, but we didn't really deserve anything more after our rather overly ambitious start. So later at the end of lap 1, we're down to 15th, I believe, and we're coming into the pits, and we're going to change our wing, and we're going to change our strategy. I did think about going to the softs and running through to the end, but I just thought we're going to be so slow on those, and I was feeling a bit punchy that I wanted to actually try and get stuck in for once. So we've gone on to the super soft tyres, so we will probably need to make another stop later on. And at this point, it was probably the points were gone at this point, even this early on, but we have to keep our head down and perhaps others will get into difficulties. Okay, moving on to lap 3, and we're down through the Anderson Bridge. We're not doing a very good job on these super softs, and Noodle Dougal managed to get a better exit and goes up to 15th, and we're last but 1. Now lap 9, and Noodle Dougal's been chasing down Danny UK, but now Booth National is slowed. I think he possibly has got some sort of damage, so we're going to try and take advantage of this. Noodle and Danny have been having a great battle for many laps, and we've just about kept them in view, but they're getting away from us here, so we have to try and get past Booth National in the Ferrari as quickly as we can. This is for the lofty heights of P15, and he's a reasonably quick driver, so you can't see it here, but I think he must have got wing damage for us to be able to sort of attack him so much, although he is on the soft tyres. We go through and up to 15th. So now we're on to lap 10, and we're catching a great battle. So Noodle Dougal still chasing down Danny UK, who's now right with Dyson, one of the new drivers from a couple of rounds ago in the Force India. So this is a fantastic 4-car battle, and we were looking forward to getting stuck in here, but actually Dyson comes into the pits. But it does allow us to get pretty close to Noodle Dougal, who's close to Danny UK in the Williams. Coming down the main start-finish straight here at Singapore. And we're just trying to keep a watching brief as to what these guys do. And I think about going down the inside of Noodle there, but I think that would have ended in tears. So we hold station for now. So lap 11, and Noodle Dougal and Danny are still fighting, but we've got James Boniface in the second McLaren, a quicker guy out of position. But this is a genuine battle. He taps us slightly, but we let him go. Our race is not with him. So we move down to 14th place we are at this point, as Boniface goes down the inside of Noodle Dougal ahead, the two McLaren teammates, and there's no touch on foot, but unfortunately Noodle Dougal runs wide and crashes and is out of the race. So lap 12 and we are in 13th place, and we are chasing down Daniel UK in the Williams, and we're in the mid to latter part of this lap, and Daniel UK just loses it on the dusty marbles there and it crashes and is out of the race. Some laps later, after a quiet period, on lap 22 we come in for our last stop for Ultras. We had intended to come in about lap 20, so I was pushing these super softs quite a lot, but the weather forecast via my engineer was suggesting it was going to rain by about now, so I tried to hold off long enough to see if we could just make a trip to the pits for intermediates, but we've had to make a stop to dry tyres. We fully appreciate if it does rain we're going to have to make another pit stop shortly, but we're going to come out in not too bad a position actually. We come out in 10th, and we've got these quick ultra tyres to see us through to the end of the race unless it really rains. So now we're on lap 24 and we're in 11th, but Boniface is the first one to move to intermediates. You can see it is raining, but there's not a lot of water on the track and he's struggling, so he may well have gone a lap or two early on these intermediates, and we're going to try and get up the inside, but in fact we don't really need to because he runs wide on his intermediates, so still a lap too early I think. Lap 25 and Ghost Hunter, we've caught him. We always seem to be in and around Ghost Hunter lately, but he is struggling, not on the intermediates, he's on the same tyres as us, the Ultras, and we get round him at the infamous PK Crashgate turn 17. So, right, we've decided this is the time to come in for the inters. I think it was timed pretty perfectly actually. We didn't gain a lot from it because a few other guys came in as well, but I think this was the right lap to do the pit stop. And as we go into lap 26 you can see the green marked intermediate tyres, and hopefully this will be the last pit stop we have to make today, but we are in 10th, so we still could get a point. So lap 27 on the intermediates, and what we haven't shown you is that we have accrued 6 seconds worth of penalties for corner cutting during this race, and Ghost Hunter is only 6 seconds behind us, so we're a bit nervous about that, and we bottle it under the pressure of that time gap, and we've badly damaged our wing, a little bit of reversing there, and at this point I'm thinking, well that's it, we're in the points and we've blown it. So at the end of the lap we've just come out of the pits, so we've made a change for a new wing, but we are down in 12th and miles behind Caddy Damus and Ghost Hunter as we crash pathetically on the exit of turn 1, and again we can't seem to put the power down. But now further round on lap 28 there's yellow flags ahead. What's gone on here? There's 2 cars and it's James Boniface and Ghost Hunter, and incredibly they've crashed and we're into the points in 10th. So this is our last lap because David Ben, the eventual winner, has actually lapped us. And well, a messy race. Amazing that we managed to get the points. We actually finished the last guy running in the race, so not a lot to be proud of, but we've still continued to pick up a point. The winner was David Ben from McQuiz and Denzamo. Hoink was 4th, Zeke 5th, Rob2K 6th, Washi was 7th after a spin. He still leads the championship but only by 7 points, and David Ben's moved ahead of Denzamo. As for our record, 646, 7969, 799, 987, 10. And unfortunately our recording cut off just before we crossed the finishing line. Next weekend we go to the Malaysian Grand Prix.